So that, okay, guys, I mean, the rematch, Dillian Whyte versus Alexander Povetkin, has finally ended. I mean, this was, a rematch that we were waiting so long for it, and finally we got it in Gibraltar. And I have to say, it was a strange feeling to actually see for the first time the crowd inside the stadium, and that tells us a very nice thing that boxing is getting back in shape, that people can see boxing, and things with the vaccine, with COVID going away, with cases declining, are gonna go much, much better from now on. And I mean, now, I mean, there were huge questions around this match, and all stemmed from actually the first match. I mean, the first match, it was clear from the beginning that Whyte was the better guy. He was winning pretty much every single round. And I mean, Povetkin, he wasn't really responsive to the hits. I mean, he went to the ground, I think, 2 times in 2 or 3 rounds with shots that, weren't really that powerful. That's the thing. And people were saying, he's 41 years of age, he's 40, 41. Whyte is much younger. I think it's time for him to retire. But he proved them wrong, or he proved them right again, because he shows that actually in boxing, speed and age matter to a certain degree, to a certain extent, because this is heavyweight boxing. Let's never forget that. And when you look for the right time and the right punch, doesn't matter who is winning, the right punch can always end a match. And this time, the right punch got thrown by a man who wasn't winning. So Dillian Whyte got humiliated. It was a devastating knockout. Dillian Whyte was left leaving oxygen, consciousless on the floor. And this was one of the worst knockouts in boxing, the best knockout of 2020. And the question was, okay, Povetkin, we got an expected last chance. He already challenged for the heavyweight title 2 times against Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua. He lost both times, and they were the only 2 losses on Povetkin's CV. Let's not forget that. They were the only 2 losses. And I mean, this time they say, okay, but Whyte was winning. And I mean, now, he got unexpectedly thrown off balance by the uppercut that was a punch from the god. And what's going to happen in the rematch? I think the rematch was supposed to happen very soon. I mean, Whyte lost. He didn't even get up from the knockout in the hospital saying, okay, I won the rematch. I won the rematch with Povetkin. And, I think the first match was in June. The rematch was supposed to happen in December. But then a huge problem happened because Povetkin got COVID, okay? And one thing that I also said during my live streaming, guys, and if you don't mind actually go watch it, is that Povetkin is 41, 40, 41. If you're not 100% of 40 and you are a 98, 97 because COVID took something away from you, because that's a virus that we don't know the long-term effects. We know that they are subtle because, of course, we got a lot of people that recover and they are going on with their lives. But what happens when your body is under extreme stress, like in the case of a professional athlete? I mean, that our mind may change a bit because it's kind of an unexplored territory, right? So we don't really know the effect, but I can tell you, I can anticipate a little bit, but Povetkin looked like he wasn't even there. He wasn't even there for the rematch. I mean, we are up to today, and as you probably have read, Povetkin got knocked down in the 4th round, but what was I surprised was that Povetkin just was walking, in the ring like he had just woke up. Like no emotion. Oh, that's okay that he's Russian. I mean, that's okay that he's Russian, but that was like a bit too much for me. And as soon as he walked in, during the first 10 seconds of the first round, I think he tripped 2 times. Something like that. There was on shaky leg. There was something wrong since the beginning. Was it a matter of chin? It wasn't a matter of preparation. May have been something else. We just don't know. May have been age, for sure, but up to a certain extent. So it goes on the first round, and I mean, every time Dillian Whyte was an expert counterpuncher. I mean, he got extremely good body shots. He hit him in the first round with a right hand, a punch from the gods. He was very hurt, but he took it. I mean, he took it. In the first round, Povetkin just lost was there. We go actually to the second round, and what happened was that Dillian Whyte, he got more cautious. He wasn't exposing himself as much as the first time. So, but every time Povetkin tried to land powerful shot, because let's not forget, he has 41, but he still has the power guy. He still has it. Whyte was always counter-punching. Okay, and Povetkin, I don't think he could land. Maybe he landed a single jab or whatever. Whyte landed some good shots on the Whyte. He was really not he was not that intense as the first round. That's what I want to say. The third round was more even. Let's put it this way. Povetkin landed some good shots on Whyte. I think he was managing to find himself, to find his distance, but he was always like, I don't know if you see like the movie with Van Damme when he fights that he's drunk, when he fight that he's drunk against a bunch of guys in a bar. I mean, I think it was like the same for Povetkin. There was something wrong with Povetkin since the beginning. And at the fourth round, I mean, that's all. Whyte just throws a right hand, then a left, but they were not really powerful punches, let's put it this way. And Povetkin just goes to the canvas. He goes to the canvas, he gets up, the referee looks straight at his face, and he waves his hand like that, saying it's over, it's over, it's over. So, and they were, I think it was a right hand and a left hook or something like that, but they weren't punches that would have sent Povetkin to the canvas, at least a prime Povetkin. And now everything gets unlocked for Whyte, because I mean, if Whyte was gonna lose, that would have been almost the end for Whyte as a world title contender, okay? Because when you lose 2 times against a 41-year-old, we can say, one time was because you were unlucky, whatever, I actually don't believe. The other time it was because you're not good enough for heavyweight division, right? But actually this time, he won, and of course he said that he wants to actually challenge for the world title, which will be probably one day, but there is no match for Dillian Whyte against Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, let's face it. And he said that actually potential matches are against Deontay Wilder, even though Deontay Wilder DM'd Dillian Whyte saying that I'm never going to give you the fight. So we have to take into consideration that. And Andy Ruiz will be a good match. There is some people that mentioned Joseph Parker, but I think this match got Dillian Whyte into the game. I don't like his style. I honestly think he was waiting too much for his height. And the only way he got away with that was because he fought against a 41-year-old. Had he fought with a younger Povetkin for 2 or 3 years, that wouldn't have been a match. So, but this is the thing. Whyte won very well, deservedly. And I look forward, to restart boxing and see crowd and maybe participate into one boxing match. I thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, help my channel grow. I thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.